Welcome to Life Esteem, a program committed to delivering information to you and your community.
Hello, welcome again to Life Esteem. Always great to have you as a viewer. Pat and I always look forward to this. And today we have a wonderful guest, Hagir Elsheikh. She's the chairwoman and CEO of Hagir Network, and she has a fantastic story to tell. Hagir, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you both for having me, and you are doing an amazing job.
No, you are doing an amazing job.
You know that.
Thank you. Yeah.
And that's what we want to talk about today.
Yes, right.
To share your story and really allowing people to recognize and understand resilience and all that looks like. So we just talked, and you've been in this country from where? Since
From Sudan.
From
Since
Sudan.
2001, June 6th to be exact. So 23 years, 5 months, and 21 days. And who's counting?
How about that? Who's counting?
Yeah. So basically, half of my life. Yeah.
Tell us about the Hagir Network. I'm not familiar with it, and it sounds wonderful. What's going on with that?
So it started with the HAGIR Show. It's a talk show in 2013.
Okay.
There is a long story before that. My first degree was electrical engineering in Sudan.
Oh, really?
So when I came here, I'm a political refugee from Sudan. I'm a torture survivor, and there's, a long story. We don't have enough time to talk about this. But I came and I started from zero. I changed my major to nursing.
Okay.
Started a company called HSE Staffing, and then there's few other company. I was not just a gender-based violence survivor, but a domestic violence survivor. I started Tomorrow Smile before the network. Okay. Tomorrow Smile is a non-profit for women, especially women, but it's to combat violence, and especially domestic violence. Then I started to use my voice and share my story. A little background, I was the spokesperson for the Democratic Forefront in Sudan. Okay. So speaking and trying to enlighten people has always been my thing, the thing that I care about. So the Hagir Network started with just a show, the talk show, where I personally talk about issues that affect us here locally and globally.
Yes.
Starting from homelessness, human trafficking, domestic violence, abuse, bullying, and everything in between, and politics also. Yeah. But the show had so many interviews, so many people, and since 2012. Then a year ago, I started the network. So to encapsulate the HAGIR Show and to do more like productions and increase the awareness and motivation.
And recently you were in Prague, I understand, and you actually were on a panel and you spoke, and I think Joyce Davis and Russell Goodman were there.
Yes.
I believe also their son too, Cole Goodman.
Yes, was part of the World Affairs Councils of Harrisburg.
Okay, yes indeed. But they said you did a fantastic job, and you told a story that really touched lives and everything. Yeah. What was that whole conference about? What was that about?
So conference, it's 2000 forum. It's yearly, and it started by the president of the Czech Republic. He started this to bring world leaders together and to try to bring on world peace.
Yes.
And that might sound like a big project, but I always say, when you say I want to change the world or I want to bring on world peace, think about the world is made of you, me, Pat, Maya, Mike, everybody, right? So if we all do our job and make the difference in our small circle, we're automatically changing the world. And the idea of the Forum 2000 is to bring everyone and have them look at the big picture. So there were world leaders, diplomats, ambassadors, and survivors, activists. There were 17. What made my heart really sing is 17 countries from Africa. Amazing, powerful women and men who came and shared the issues and bring light into the wars, the injustices, the suffering that is happening in Africa.
Yes.
And that's why the network started, because you don't want to feel alone when you talk to someone and you get to know their story, and they know that someone else has been through what they've been through.
Yes.
Also, you're humanizing that person, and you're looking at them not just as a number or as a refugee.
Yeah.
You get to know my story and why did I leave home.
Yes.
And that was part of sharing the story through several organizations. I spoke in front of the UN, UNDP, different colleges I mentor.
Yes.
I'm a motivational speaker, a keynote speaker, and you have to find power and resilience in everything that you go through.
Sure.
Because it doesn't matter how much struggle you have been through, somebody else have it worse.
Hey.
And you said, I know it's quite a story that you have in regard to being able to leave Sudan, to come here. And you said in 2001 that you came here. What brought you here? When I say here, not
To
the United-
Pennsylvania.
To Pennsylvania.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. So before I came to the United States as a refugee, you know, you don't just come from your home here.
All right.
A lot of people have misconception, you know, you just come cross the border, come. There's people like cross the border, but Sudan is a million miles away. So I was a political torture survivor, and my story was well known. So I got help by organizations such as the UN, CWS here, and IOM. And I stayed in Egypt for a long time for me to be able to get settled. So you go through a whole list of physical exam and check and security, fingerprinting, everything in between. And to be able to settle in a state or a country, you either have to get sponsored by a church or an organization or have someone, a family member, to sponsor you. My sister was a refugee before me, and she was brought here to Philadelphia, not because there is a church that sponsored her. And when I was there, what has sped up my process is she sponsored me.
All right. Okay.
So when you have someone who's willing to keep you at their home and pay, they would choose to settle you with your family member. And my first time here in the U.S., it was in Philadelphia, not Harrisburg.
Okay.
3 months. I stayed there. I was pregnant with my oldest daughter. She's 23 now. I gave birth there, and I just did not like the big city.
All right.
So I came to visit a friend here in Harrisburg. Shout out to Waleed. He was my support, and they helped me. I loved Harrisburg. I came here October 1, 2001, never left, not planning to leave. This is my home. You know, when I see the sign that says, welcome to Pennsylvania, I breathe.
Yes.
And if there's one thing I want people to know, that home is where your family, where your heart, where you can find yourself and your hope. And this is home to me.
Beautiful.
Wonderful, yeah.
Well, welcome home. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you.
Oh, well, definitely glad.
Thank you, thank
now,
you.
You also just recently got back from D.C.
Yes.
For the World Affairs Council International Conference. So tell us about that.
This is the World Affairs Council of America, where they have council from all over the states. Amazing people who are trying to make a difference. The yearly council, they will have also change maker, policy maker, diplomat, and you know, people from all over the world. They come and join. I had the privilege and the honor to speak the first day, and also shared my story so people can understand not just why I am here, but why people seek refuge in a different country or try to leave their home. So I also shared my story, my journey as a refugee, my, you know, the reason, the torture, you know, the situation in Sudan, which is the worst humanitarian crisis in the world. And we sat down and listened to people from different countries, and even inside of the United States, the struggles that they're facing, whether that be in environment, global warming, you know, the war in Ukraine.
Yeah.
So,
Do you get upset at times? I'm just wondering how you feel when you hear about Ukraine, you hear about Gaza, you hear about these, but we don't hear much about Africa at all. And there's so much fighting and suffering, as you said.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, struggle is the same. Like if you are struggling in Ukraine, in Gaza, in Sudan, in Congo, different part of Africa, the pain is the same. But I really get sad when I see the different, treatment and how, as human, we choose and pick who we can feel empathy towards and who we can help. I was asked, and I'm going to say this, like I was asked to come and speak at a rally for Ukraine, which was way after the Sudan war erupted. And I reach out to the same people, my friends, people in the media, people that I work with, ask them to bring light on Sudan. Silence. And then they reach out to me to come and speak about different topics, which I do. Because I am human, I care about human anywhere. But I always bring it up to them. Like, don't forget Sudan. Keep eyes on Sudan. And that's why I'm wearing the flag today. Not just because, this is where I have 2 homes. And there is nothing wrong with that. There is no reason to compete. I love my home here. I love my country, the U.S., and I love Sudan. So I do feel some type of way, and I hope that we can bring more awareness. We can have people look at people in Africa and understand that the systemic issue and what led to the war there. There is history. And I don't think we have enough time, but I really want everyone from your audience to go and search, get to learn about the rich history in Sudan, in Africa. And if you don't know that, Haiti and Sudan are the most fertile soil in the world with every minerals that we need, the gold, everything in between. So I don't get upset, but I get sad, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
And so you have been a part of the World Affairs Council Harrisburg here for a number of years as well. And you just have added so much to that in regard to your history and your plight and all of that's taken place. Do you have opportunities to share your story in a lot of different venues here as well?
I was part of the neighborhood speaker with the Church World Service. I'm still in their list, which is, if you don't know the Church World Services, they help refugees and immigrants to settle here. And in every location in the United States, they have 50 offices. So they help and they use immigrants in the area to help them settle, to get to know the culture, to just teach them about the area and help them to survive. So I spoke with them. I'm in the advocacy council with Congress. We go speak to Congress so they can not just worry about Sudan and Africa, but as Martin Luther King says, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Amen.
I was also on the board of trustee with the TASC, which is the Torture Abolition and Survivor Coalition in D.C., and I spoke several times on their behalf as a torture survivor myself. I'm part on several boards. I'm on the board of trustee with HAC, my community college, Hagir, and Dr. Ski, and I spoke in several, I mentor high school students. I spoke with, during the Women History Month with University of Pennsylvania, UPenn, Jefferson College, John Hopkins, several places, but yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. I noticed there's a huge community
Yes.
of Africans in central Pennsylvania now
Yes.
and throughout the world. One church that we're affiliated with is Living Springs Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Tundi and Pastor Nana. And they do wonderful, work. You're familiar with them at all? Pastor?
I don't know them personally,
Okay.
but I'm familiar with the work they do.
Okay.
And we participate in different cultural events. Matter of fact, in April, I'm planning to make a whole day of Sudan Day, to coincide with the Autism Awareness Month.
Okay.
That's one of my other organizations, Kareem's Mission. So we're going to mix this together because, diversity, inclusion, whether that being as a special need or someone new to the area.
Yeah.
And they're doing an amazing job.
Yes,
And we said, one of the things that I said at a conference, that America is a beautiful country. Pennsylvania is one of the most beautiful states, and I'm biased, not because I know all the states, but because this is our home, right? But it's, when we say a melting pot, I don't like that word, that sentence, but it is truly a melting pot. You don't need to leave your hometown to get to know about the world.
That's right. Amen.
Like you just said, there's so many people from all over the world.
Yeah.
Just get the chance, take a moment of your time, talk to them, get to know your neighbors, your co-workers, learn their story, their struggles, and why they're here.
Yeah.
Just
And fighting to get in
knowledge
here.
is power.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge
yes,
is
yes,
power.
Indeed.
Yeah.
What about education around the world? Oftentimes we forget just how, like you said, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
How educational systems in other countries are set up where people just don't have the advantages we have here.
Yes.
Talk about that a little bit, because you come from the Sudan.
Yes,
Yeah.
I went to school there. I used to do the monthly cultural awareness at my kids' school. We go and when I sit down and talk about, with middle schooler, for example, to teach them about needs and wants. Back in Sudan, there is no school bus, for example.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure you don't know that.
Wow.
You walk, it doesn't matter if the weather is hot, cold, rainy, you walk to school and you walk miles. And you have to do it, and we've done that.
Okay.
And you have to learn, and they're harsh circumstances. Me growing up, you sit in a classroom where the windows are just metal. So do you hear the wind? You feel it. In my memoir, I wrote a memoir, Through Tragedy and Triumph. I mentioned one instance where, I walked to elementary school, and I remember my face is cracked.
Oh, wow.
From the cold. And
Yeah.
people don't think of Africa and think, you wake up and you find your cup is iced, like the water, that cold.
Okay.
Face is cracked, and you put Vaseline to cover it, and you still get up and go to school.
All right.
We don't have the same, when it comes to environment and kindness, the food, the same way. If you have money, you will eat. Sometimes you go days if you don't have money without food.
Yeah.
But what will surprise you, education is free, all the way to college.
Okay.
I did not pay $1.
Whoa.
Not $1.
Not $1. Education is free, and graduated from the University of Sudan with the degree of electrical engineering, like I said.
Okay.
But during elementary school and middle school, we learn about world history and world geography. So I knew about Pennsylvania before I came here.
Okay.
And one thing I noticed here, that our curriculums, it's not meant to make our kids know and give them the curiosity to learn about the world.
Yeah.
They only know here.
Yes. Yes.
It's unfortunate,
That's
but
true.
that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing about language as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, which is unfortunate. Okay. What is the official language in Sudan?
Arabic.
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 Okay.
And that's also another thing, when you listen to someone from a different country and you hear their accent, don't judge.
Yeah.
Because that person might just start learning the language English, but they probably know some other languages. I taught, I learned French, which I don't remember a lot of it, and Arabic.
Okay.
And, you know, we were taught English because we were occupied by Great Britain. But English is not my first language, so I had a heavier accent than what I have now. And I was judged, I was looked at here. And often, as someone who came to a new place as a refugee, you think that your struggles are over once you made it to a safe place. To be surprised when you find new struggles under a new sky. It's just, So.
I spoke with you, I don't remember, I guess it was at the last time we met and had dinner, okay, at the Harvest House. And you were, when I called you to come on the show, that's what it was. And you were just coming back from Dubai?
Yes, Prague.
Prague, I thought you said you went to Dubai.
We just did, I just came from there.
Yeah, that's what I remember that.
Yes. It's a beautiful place too.
So what took you there?
Well, they have the Dubai Center for Autism, and autism is really big there, and the government is start to, provide resources. And by Dubai, Egypt, some places became a safe haven for Sudanese refugees. Some people came with their children who has autism, and they don't have resources. Like one thing we have here, we might not have all the resources, but you can work and make it happen.
Yes, you can.
Over there, as a refugee, you have to have the money to get the service. So I went with Kareem's mission to establish a relationship with their government, with the organization that working. They have a volunteer organization as well. So provided my services and what we can do to come and train them, do seminars, just help them set up centers so they can help more people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You mentioned, is Kareem's mission, is that what you're saying?
Yes, Kareem's mission.
Kareem's mission.
And K Mission TV LLC.
And that's named after?
My son.
Oh, your son.
So,
Okay.
yeah. I have a 23 and a 17 years old. And I thought I was done, but God said, nope. You have one more struggle, which is he's a beautiful young boy. He's 5.5 now. But when he was born, he has a lot of issue. He had intestinal malrotation. His stomach was open for surgery. We had a feeding tube. We had a whole struggle for a whole year. And then by age 1.5, because I'm in the medical field, I start to see the signs, and his signs were pronounced, like you can see them. And I reached out to the early intervention, started to get him, see the doctor, and got the diagnosis at age 2. To find out that in Central Pennsylvania, there were few centers. The wait list is 12 months to 18 months. So being me, like there is a problem, I'm going to try to find a solution. So I started the Kareem's Mission. It's a nonprofit, and also started the LLC, the K Mission TV. And the whole goal is to have the support for the parent, not to reinvent the wheel, but to find what is missing and to connect the organization. There is so many organizations out there, but most of them don't talk to each other.
That's right. Absolutely.
So we were just going to be like the, the organization that get them together and talk to the parent and see what is missing and make it happen.
Fantastic.
We also started a YouTube channel to make kids with autism feel and be seen. It's called K Mission TV LLC. And I'll tell you about it maybe another time, or if you want more, I can tell you more.
That's fantastic.
This is really exciting. What is so really, I guess, outstanding to hear in regard to your struggle and all that you had to endure and then come to a country and still have no challenges, is that you were able to make things happen. So tell me, what is it in your person and your character, your manner and way? Because there's so many people that just give up. They just don't want to move forward. So tell me, what's that?
Well, I can't lie to you and say it's always been, butterflies, or I'm a positive person, and my girls say, you have toxic positivity. Like, Mom, you really have to be sad. I do cry and I feel sad, but I've been through so much, and, I don't think any person, I can't say that, but everything can go wrong with one person. It went wrong with me at some point. But I chose to look and see the glass half full, not half empty, and look at my struggles and not see that this is a struggle, but look at I made it, right? So I've been through a lot, but I'm still standing.
That's right.
So what can I do to not just heal and use it as therapeutic for me, but for someone so they can see me and say it's not easier said than done, because it's done. She did it. And if I can do it, I'm not a superwoman. Anybody can do it. And if sharing my story will help someone to wake up the next day. Because it gets so hard. Some days when I was in Egypt waiting to see my name on that list, I wanted to take my life so many times. Thought about suicide, and mental health is an issue. And especially us as African, Black American, we don't look at this and we feel ashamed, but it's okay. You're human, you're gonna go through stuff. And I felt like, and that's why I start talking about suicide and mental health, because I wanted to end it. And then I look and see that, well, I survived this. Let me use what I learned to survive it as my coping mechanism for the next problem. Then, it's just my personality. My dad raised me to know that anything that my siblings, my brothers can do, I can do. So he was a fighter, and he raised us to fight. And just wanted to make a difference. And every time I start an organization or a company, I'm a serial entrepreneur, so I have several organizations. And I look and say, this helped people. What part of my story I can make something out of it to help someone?
Well, it's interesting you share that, because one of the things as we're kind of calling to a close here is I want to recognize and let people know that the Writers Workshop and Life Esteem is acknowledging you at our Kwanzaa event that's going to be on December 14th as our overall Habari Ghani winner for all the 7 principles of Kwanzaa that we feel that you definitely demonstrate and have that as a part of your life. So I'd want to acknowledge that here.
Thank you.
Hopefully you accept.
Oh my God, it is my honor and my pleasure. This is amazing. Thank you so very much.
Well deserved, absolutely.
Thank you.
Wish we had more time, but I know we are down to 1 minute, and this is fantastic. So people that may want to get in touch with you, they say, I want to get her as a speaker.
Yes.
How can they,
Go to Hagir, HAGIR Network.com.
Fantastic.
That website have everything. Fantastic. Information, my bio, previous engagement, link to my book, and also how to contact us.
Well, I know we run out of time. I have to get your book, by the way. I definitely got to read your book. Listen, this is Hagir. She is doing tremendous work. What a wonderful spirit we have here in Harrisburg in central Pennsylvania. God bless her. God bless you. And listen, whatever you do, continue to make the world a better place. See you next time here on Life Esteem. Goodbye.
Thank you.